Well, hello there, my little goldies, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video. So this next set of videos is going to be me showing you my coloring book collection as of January, my gosh, what is today's date? January 8th of 2019. And I'm showing you one of my shelves. I have this shelf with some coloring books, and then I have this shelf down here with some coloring books as well. And then I have a partial third shelf. I've also got some in my bedroom, so they're sort of like everywhere. As you guys know, if you've been with my channel for a long time, you know that I am currently trying to fix up a craft room. And so when I do that, then all of my coloring books and stuff are going to go in there, and they will be a little bit more organized. But anyway, I think I'm verging on like, oh my gosh, like 450 coloring books. As I show them, you guys can count them. I'm going to have to break this up into several videos because I have too many to show in one video. But I will do like, probably, I don't know. It's going to be several parts anyway. And I think I did one last year, but I don't think I ever finished it up. So I think I showed you many of my books that I had last year, but I never finished up the actual series. So hopefully this time I do plan to go ahead and show you every single book that I have and hopefully try to finish up the series. So before we actually get started, just a couple of little housekeeping items. I am an Amazon affiliate, but I'm not going to link everything that I have in the description section because that would take a really, really long time to read. But I will include my Amazon affiliate link as well as my Amazon influencer store, which some of the books are in there. So you can, if you would like to help out the channel and if there's books that you want to get, please feel free to use those links. That would be very, very greatly appreciated. And also I have hit 3,000 subscribers, so yay! Yay, yay, yay! Thank you all so much for coming and for subscribing and for watching my videos. Welcome to all of my new viewers and subscribers. For those of you that are new, I refer to my viewers and subscribers as my little goldies because I love golden retrievers. Yeah, I love golden retrievers. I am totally enamored with golden retrievers. So my viewers and subscribers are my little goldies, and I think most everybody loved it. Also, before I actually get into showing the books, my asthma is flaring up just a little bit, so if I sound kind of bassy and maybe a little wheezy, and if I get to coughing, my asthma is flaring up a little bit today, so I do apologize for that. I will try to keep all that to a minimum, but sometimes it just can't be helped. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get my tripod set up, and we'll go ahead and get started with showing the books. Alright guys, so before we get started with the books, I just will apologize for any traces of golden retriever fur you may see. I have two of them here and they shed like crazy. So now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get on with the books. So we have My Little Pony from the movie. Now I'm not going to do flip throughs or really show any of the books because we would be here for the next 60 years if I did that because I have so many books here. Most of them you can find on Amazon. However, there's some that I did purchase on Etsy, and you can always look for them there too. So this is the My Little Pony from the movie. These next two are Fantasy Realm Volume 1 and Fantasy Realm Volume 2 by Kimberly Hawthorne. These are some grayscale books. Then we have Surreal Fantasy by Ikuko. Oops, try to get the whole book in there. Surreal Fantasy by Ikuko. This one is Japanese Girls, also by Ikuko. Next is The Dress Book by Colette Renee Fergus. These are a lot of fun. And I've actually got several of these. This is The Dress Book 2 by the same author. And then this is The Dress Book 3. As far as I know, there are 3 of these in here. I don't know if she's come out with any more, but I've had those for quite a while. Next we have Time to Sparkle. This is a Disney Princesses book. This is more geared toward like kids, you know, this is more of a kids coloring book. I'll just show you a few of them in here. This is more of a kids coloring book, but I saw that on, I don't remember whose channel I saw that on, and I thought, yeah, that's kind of cute. And then this one here is a Disney Pixar coloring book. I think it's from the same series. Again, this is more of like a kid's coloring book. As you can see, it's got like that real thin sort of newsprint type paper, you know. But anyway, I've had that one for a little bit. And then this next one is Pretty Princess's coloring book. Next we've got Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Now I think I just have one of these. I think there's like 3 or 4 different ones, kind of like the Harry Potter ones, but I will be on the lookout for the others. I think this is the first one that they put out. It says Magical Creatures coloring book. So this is a Magical Creatures edition, and I think there's a couple more. Actually, I do have Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This is Magical Characters and Places. I forgot that I got this one, but I think there's a 3rd and 4th one out. I'm not sure, but yeah. So I do have 2 of those. This next one is the Jetsons coloring book. I loved the Flintstones and the Jetsons, and this is a kid's one. You know, this is definitely a kid's coloring book, but you know, get out my good old Crayolas for that one. And then in the same kind of flavor, I guess, this is Tom and Jerry. I think these came in like three a pack or something, because I have this one, the Jetsons, and then I believe a Flintstones one came with it as well. Yep, so here's the Flintstones one. Again, you know, more of a kid's coloring book, but I love the Flintstones, so I had to get those. Not much of a Tom and Jerry fan, but I did really enjoy the Jetsons and the Flintstones. And then, you know, of course, Tom and Jerry came with it. Now, this book is pretty huge. This is the Book of Beasts coloring book, and this is by Adam. Let me see if I can find the author of this one. I want to say this might have several different artists in it. I'm just a minute, and I'll put it down so you guys can see it. Okay. So it looks like several went into creating this one, but this one is a huge book. This is the Book of Beasts, and I think they have one in the series too called the Book of Dinosaurs or Prehistoric Beasts or something like that, which I would love to get. I saw that on somebody else's channel, and I haven't been able to find it. I haven't been able to find it lately, so I'm hoping maybe I can find the prehistoric version. But this is the Big Book of Beasts, and it's a hardcover book. Okay, so the next we have got HBO Game of Thrones. I don't think this is the official one, but this is the one that's on HBO, and it's a really big book. Okay, next we have A Court of Thorns and Roses. This is based on the series by Sarah J. Maas, however you want to pronounce her name, Maas, I think. And I have not done anything with this book because I've actually got like 2 of her books, but I've not done anything with them because I wanted to read the series first before I colored in them, because I'm just not sure really what the characters and stuff look like. But this is a really nice book on nice and thick paper. Okay. And then same thing with this one. This is Throne of Glass. This is also the Sarah J. Maas one. And this is a different series, I think, than what I just showed you. I think these are from 2 different series. And I have not read either one of them. So again, I am holding off with coloring this one until I actually read and kind of get an idea of what the characters and places and stuff are like. Excuse me. Okay, so this one is Island Escapes, and this is a watercolor book. This is by Jade Gideon. Okay, so this is on watercolor paper. And I've not really done anything with this one either. I have to kind of be in the mood, I guess, to watercolor. And I've got several of hers, I think. Yeah, I do have several of hers. Some of my books really are not organized, but that's okay. We'll get to them. We'll get to them. So then I've got this little book. This is the A Celebration of Inui Life. And this is by the same publisher that puts out the Tim Jeffs books. I've not colored anything in this one because I don't really know what I'm doing in this one. I have to figure out how to color these things. Okay, but that's a little hardcover book. Very, very beautiful book. Then I have this Vogue coloring book. Alright, then we've got the official Game of Thrones coloring book. Okay. Then I've got Black Background Designs coloring book. It says Stress Relieving Mandalas and Patterns coloring book. I think this is like one of the first ones I've ever gotten. They're just a real kind of, I don't know. This was only maybe a couple of bucks on Amazon. I've not done anything with this one, to be honest. This is probably one that I would take with me traveling somewhere to color that. Okay, then we have got Glowing Mandalas coloring book. And I believe I found this one at Walmart. Alright, so what's nice about this one is that it's got like some texture to it, like on some of the lines, and supposedly it's supposed to glow in the dark. I really need to start coloring in this one because this has got some really, really nice paper in it. But I believe I found that one at Walmart. It's still even got the price tag on it. Alright. And I'm sitting on my floor because it's easier for me to show you the books this way. So we have this Jesus is Calling coloring book. Again, this is a Walmart find. It's got just quotes and stuff in here from the Bible. Okay, now we're getting to the other Jade Gideon books, these watercolor ones. So this one is Carnival Escapes. Okay, so these are the ones that's on that watercolor paper that I just showed. And then this one is Rainforest Escapes by the same artist. This is Jade Gideon. Okay. And then this is Thailand Escapes. Okay. That is Thailand Escapes. Alright, so I'm going to put this pile aside and I will be right back and we'll show you the ones that I have on my shelf. Alright, so I've grabbed a bunch of them off of my shelf and we'll do the next half of the shelf in just a little bit. So we got a bunch here. So this is Mythomorphia by Kirby Rosanes. Okay. Then we got Imagimorphia, also by Kirby. We got Anamorphia. And I have my other Kirby books off in the other room. Seems like some of the newer ones I got, I moved them into the bedroom. But anyway, I've had these for quite a long time. Those ones. Okay. And then here is The Time Chamber by Daria Song. This is The Time Garden, also by Daria Song. And I do know that I have Night Voyage somewhere. This is The Rabbit Girl. Or The Bunny Girl, I've heard it said both ways. This is Fairy Tales by Emily Lighthall Oberg. Let's see. How do we want to do this? Okay, then we have Rhapsody in the Forest and Minuet de Bonheur. These two coloring books. This is Pop Manga coloring book. by, oh gosh, what is her name? Camilla, what is her name? Oh my gosh, Camilla de Erico. I've also got the Mermaids one, but I don't have it in this stack. Alright, so then we have the Romantic Country, The Third Tale, and Romantic Country, The Second Tale by Erie. I do have the first one, but I have been coloring in that one, so that one is not on my shelf at the moment. Okay, then we have Beauty of Horror 2 and Beauty of Horror. I do have the third one, but again, it's one of the ones that's in the bedroom, which we will get to later. I need to organize my books a little bit better. I had these kind of sort of organized at one time, but not too much anymore. Alright, so here is The Night Voyage by Daria Song. And as long as I am doing that, I'm going to put that with her other books. Okay. That way I know where it is at. So that's The Night Voyage by Daria Song. Okay. Alright. Okay, then we have the wallpaper coloring book. And this has just got like shapes, you know, as it says, it's wallpaper. Different kinds of wallpaper. Alright, then we have Nice Little Town Christmas. I have several in this series, I do know that. Okay, then we have Nice Little Town. Yeah, Nice Little Towns. Nice Little Towns. I think this one is a little different. Yeah, this one's a little different. Nice Little Towns. This one is Nice Little Town. This is a smaller one. I don't think I've even colored in that one. Go figure. This one is another Nice Little Town. I think there's like these are different volumes of them. So this is different than what this one is. But these are from the same series. Okay, then we have Jasmine Beckett Griffith Halloween. Okay. We've got Dragons by Raven Falon. Dragons by Raven Falon. We've got Jasmine Beckett Griffith collection. This is her first book. I've got her Mermaids one as well, but I don't think it's in with this pile. Okay, then we have Brothers Grimm coloring book. This has got the fairy tales of Brothers Grimm. This one I think is by Adam Fisher, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Adam Fisher. Then we have Gods and Beasts. This is also by Adam Fisher. Next one is Debbie Macomber Come Home to Color. Then we've got another wallpaper coloring book. This is different than the one that I showed you. This again has more wallpaper patterns in it. I don't know. I just there's something about these types of books that I like. I know it's not for everybody, but that is fine. So this is Animal Beauty by Anne Manera. Okay. Then I have Silent Night. This is by Mardell Rubio. Silent Night. Okay. Then we have Fantasia. This is the spiral bound version. This is the first edition. And yeah, there's a lot of pages in here that I have not done either. So this is the first edition, I think, of Fantasia. This is the larger one. And I think they did another one, but it was quite a bit smaller. Okay, then we've got Sirena by Mardel Rubio. Then we have Halloween by Mardel Rubio. Right. Next we have this Magical Artifacts coloring book. This is Harry Potter. Harry Potter. And this is another Harry Potter coloring book. This is Magical Creatures. Another Harry Potter one. This is the Magical Places and Characters. And then the last one in this pile is Harry Potter. This is the first Harry Potter coloring book. Okay. So I'm going to get some more books and I will be right back. Alright guys, so the next batch of books I have here is a bunch of Creative Haven and Dover coloring books. These are not by any means all of them. I have some in the other room, like I have been saying. But as you guys know, I love me my Creative Haven and Dover coloring books, so I have a whole slew of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Snowflake mandalas. And again, I'm not going to talk about the books very much or show like any of the pages to, like maybe random like I have been doing, but for every single book I'm not going to do because we'd be here for the next 60 years. Alright, so Christmas mandalas. Then we have winter scenes. Next is Christmas greeting. Next is Winter Wonderland. Next one is Whimsical Gardens. Gosh, I've had this one for a really, really, really long time. This one is Christmas Trees. Next we've got Vintage Christmas Windows. This one is Art Deco Fashions. Art Deco Fashions. We've got Dazzling Dogs. Hearts. I got this one for Valentine's Day. I remember that. Hearts. I'll try to move my foot out of the way. Like I said, I'm sitting on my floor and I'm cross-legged, so you're probably going to see my feet just a little bit. Alright, Dream Doodles. Excuse me. Tessellation Patterns. This one is Summer Scenes. What was I going to say? Super? Summer Scenes. Next one is Americana. I believe this one is the Saturday Evening Post Americana. Then we've got Imperial Fashions. Or no, this is Ornamental Fashions. I do have Imperial Fashions, but this is not the one. This is Ornamental Fashions. This one is really pretty. I really like this book. Pretty detailed though, so it's going to take you like 16 years to color that book. Alright, so Jazz Age Fashions. Oops. Okay. This one is Celestial Mandalas. Oop, Celestial Mandalas. Then we have Norman Rockwell Classics. Norman Rockwell Classics. Then there is Art Nouveau Animal Designs. Next one is Let There Be Love. Another Valentine's Day one. Fabulous Fashions of the 1950s. Flower Fashions Fantasies. Flower Fashion Fantasies. I may have to go take a little water break. Autumn Scenes. This one is Italian Renaissance. This one is, I think, color your own Italian Renaissance. This one, I think, in the back, it's got the prints of the pictures in back. So you can color them that way, or you can do your own thing with them if you so choose. Okay, then we have Color Your Own Monet. Same kind of thing. You got the prints in the back. You can color it however the original is, or you can do it your own style. Then we have Alice in Wonderland. Then we have Enchanted Fairies. We've got Dimensions. We're still on Creative Haven. We have Mandala Techulations. Mandala Techulations. Okay, this is one of these. It's like 4 books in one. This is Paisley Patterns. So there's like four of these books in one large book. You can see how thick that thing is. So there's actually 4 books in this huge one. Okay, then there is Mandala. Now this one is from Adult Coloring Book World, so this is not Creative Haven. This is a little bit different. Okay, back to some more Creative Haven. This is American Beauties. Okay, American Beauties. I'm going to set that one aside so it's not mixed up with those. Okay, so spring scenes. Spring scenes. This one is Entangled Dragonflies. Then we have Owls. Very nice. Next is Fanciful Faces. Okay, moving into, looks like we're getting into the Dover ones now. This is Mystical Mandala Coloring Book. This one here is Mermaids. Then we've got Fairy Fashions. Then we have Fashions of the Roaring Twenties. Next one is, what is this one? Mythical Mermaids. Then we've got Dragons. Alright, we're getting down to it, you guys. Okay, Wondrous Wizards. Okay, this is Richard Doyle's Fairyland. Richard Doyle's Fairyland. We've got 3D designs. Then we have unicorns. Unicorns. We then have famous fairy tales. Next is classic cars of the 50s. I got this one because of my husband, and he was like, and I haven't colored anything in here because he will not allow me to color anything in here unless he is watching me because he doesn't want me to mess up the cars. Excuse me. This one is Goddesses. Then we've got Angels. Okay, then we have Stories from the Old Testament. got late Victorian and Edwardian fashions. Next one is Civil War fashions. Then we have fashions of the Old South. Victorian fashions. Okay, then we have geometric designs. I've colored a lot in this one. Okay, this one is carousel animals. These are so freaking cute. This one is Pretty Princess. Different than the other Pretty Princesses that I showed you earlier. This one is Renaissance Fashions. Then we have Empire Fashions. See, I told you I had that book. Then we have Godey's Fashions or Godey's Fashions. I don't know how to pronounce it, but there it is. I love fashion coloring books. Victorian houses. So these are just different Victorian houses, exteriors of them. And then this one is the Victorian house. And this one is different than the one I just showed you because this one has got different rooms inside the house. Inside what a Victorian house would be. These are just the different rooms. Whereas the other one I showed are different houses, exteriors. Kings and Queens of England. Okay, then these last bunch that I'm going to show, at least in this pile, I have a lot more, but the ones that I have right here on the shelf, these are some stained glass coloring books. I really like these stained glass coloring books, and these are from Dover Publications. This is Princess Leonora. Then we've got Nativity. And what I mean by the stained glass is it's got like this vellum paper type stuff, and it's translucent or transparent, and then it's you know, transparent like on the back side, so if you want to, you can hang it up in your window. However, I would not recommend that unless you use like light fast pencils because it will fade over time. This is Garden Fairies. This one is Butterfly Fairies. This one is Magical Unicorns. This one is Tiffany Designs. Next is Artful Eggs from Around the World. These are like those like Fabergé eggs that you've seen, maybe. This one is Garden Fairies. This one is Wizards and Dragons. We're almost there. This one is Amazing Angels. Next we have Carousel Horses. This one is super cute too. We then have mermaids. We have mermaids. Then we have Art Nouveau windows. We have Fanciful butterflies. Two more, guys, in this pile. We have witches. And the last one in this pile is Fairyland. All right, guys, so that's Fairyland. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop here. This will be part 1. I will just continue in part 2 with more books, and we'll break it up into probably several other different parts, but in part 2 we'll just continue where we left off. So this is what I have so far in part 1. If you guys want to keep count, that is great. You guys can tell me what the total is. You guys can tell me what the total is, and then we'll just continue. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed part 1 of seeing my collection. Like I said, we'll continue with the series in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe if you have not done so already, and also ring the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos are uploaded. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. You all have a great day, and we will see you in the next video. Okay, bye, my little goldies.